Hey everybody, BTF1984 again, and today I'll be showing you off the DC Comics Multiverse 1989 or 92 Batman. This is the Michael Keaton Batman from the original Batman movies that came out in 89 and then also in 92 by Tim Burton. It was featured Michael Keaton. There he is on the package. Really nice. Has a nice Batman logo on it. Has a grappling gun. And there he is in the package. I'll show him off better outside the package. On the back it just says DC Comic Multiverse. DC Comic Multiverse figures are inspired by comic-based character-rich environment sources, such as movies and video games. These figures are meticulously designed to be truly authentic, celebrating the many universes containing DC comic material. On the back it says Batman, real name Bruce Wayne, billionaire industrialist. His high-tech gear is grappling gun, bolo launcher, Batmobile, and his villain, the Joker. On the back, it does show a few figures that are going to be in this assortment: Mr. Freeze, General Zod, and Unmasked Batman, which has been reported as being harder to find, maybe one per case. Also not featured in the back of this is Oswald Cobblepot, which is the Penguin, played by Danny DeVito in Batman Returns, which is... I saw him, I'm going to get him later on, but it's just nice to have a nice detailed Danny DeVito figure and also General Zod. Those two really look like the character. Trying to maybe darken it up a little bit. The Bruce Wayne head on this one, I've seen it in person only one place. Doesn't look that good. It looks like they just popped it off of something else and just squeezed it on. And also on the back you get a little kind of ghost image, but you get to see Batman emerging from the iconic Batmobile and all the information made by Mattel and everything. So, and also on the bottom, if you have a scanner and you want to know the UPC to find them, here you go, Mattel Shop, all the correct logos. It also says on the package, Adult Collector. I'll get into that a little bit later. Highly detailed and authentic. That's another thing I'll get to once the figure's out of the box. So that is the figure in the box, so just give me a second, I will get him out and I'll show you the figure. Alright, here he is out of the package, and I gotta say he is really nice looking. You can definitely tell that is Keaton's face sculpt. It is a lot better than what the maskless figure is going to look like. I've seen it. I'm not probably going to get it, even though people might consider it a chase. It's just a really goofy face. Looks like it's a cartoon, so I might avoid it. But this is really the first time since about 1992-93, after Batman Returns came out, during that time, that we've gotten a Keaton Batman in this scale. I know that Sideshow Collectibles has their larger scale, the 1/6 scale Batman from this series, and those things go for about $200 to $300 now on the secondary market. And a lot of people can't afford it, so if you can get this guy for $10 at your Target or Walmart, pick him up. Toys R Us has them for $15. Don't buy them at Toys R Us until Toys R Us starts knocking their prices down. Maybe you have to bring in an advertisement from one of their stores, say price matches, or don't do it. It's just, unless that's the only place you get them, then go for it. But you shouldn't pay more than $10 for this figure, at least right now as it's new. Detail wise, like I said, really nice paint apps. His eyes are a little bit goofy. I had to go through a couple of these figures just to find one that didn't look too bad. He's got the iconic bat-tail bat logo on the costume. Kind of a weird, like, bat nipples from Batman and Robin on his chest. Really nice detail on the armor. I'm not too sure about the paint app on the belt. The picture's kind of blurry on this, but I remember it being gold. All gold for some reason. Maybe a dark and light gold, but not yellow. It does look a lot movie accurate to the suits, all the proper armoring, and I like how the information is stamped on his back and not on his inner legs, because when you're trying to do a display him, you don't like having all that text stuff on it, so there's no real room. Articulation, arms, Let's get the cape kind of out of the way. You can kind of fold it in a little bit like this, just to kind of get it out of the way, because it's not that wide of a cape, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, hey, it's a nice pleathery leather cape vinyl, which is leather on one side and like a cloth on the other, which usually on these 4-inch figures you get stuck with a hard plastic and you can't move it. Arms up and down, they do rotate back and forth. Elbow movement, no bicep, which is kind of unfortunate, but then again, it is a 4-inch figure, so you're going to be losing a little bit of detail. Wrists do rotate around 360. He's got one trigger finger on his left, and on his right is the fist, which does match up to the movie scene where he just bops someone in behind him that's trying to attack him. Legs a little bit forward, nothing really to the back. He does have knee articulation, so you get almost a 90 degree. He does have rotating up at the upper knee, so you can kind of get some good poses. Also, the hip moves out, and just because it's small, there's not too much of a weird, get it right there. It doesn't look too weird at a distance, the way you pose it, about that weird leg cut that these DC Universe figures all have, that's why I don't really collect them all, because I just don't like that that weird cut. Just looks goofy. Said, yeah, leather cape. It does have a waist movement, so you can kind of get it all the way around. Why didn't anyone tell me my butt was this big? Spaceballs. Head does rotate around. It is on a small ball joint, but how the rest of the head comes down, it's kind of hard. And also, in the original Batman movie, he had no real movement in the head anyway. He could barely look up. That's why he's always his whole body looked up, because the cowl is one piece of rubber. Said real nice detail. The only thing that really sucks is the accessory of the grappling gun. It's just really soft, crappy rubber plastic. Only one little detail, even though I know it's supposed to be stealthy for him, but just would be nice, maybe a harder plastic, or maybe a something else that could have done it for the figure instead of just that little accessory. You can get him in some good poses, with minus not having the ankle movement, but you can kind of get him in some decent poses. But then again, Batman wasn't really known for his poses. He was more menacing, standing in a certain spot and then quickly attacking and leaving. Now, with the DC Comic Universe figures, I said in the beginning, there is, for at least the 89-92 Batman run, there's Batman Masked Unmasked. Batman Returns is going to have Penguin, Harvey, or Cobblepot. Said it before, now I'm screwing up. Selena Kyle Catwoman, which is coming. I hope that the next wave that they do for the Batman is from more the 89 movie, and we get Jack Nicholson Joker, maybe Bob, maybe a thug or something like that to help it, because right now it's more on the Batman Returns line than it is the original Batman. I'm also hoping that they may come out with a multi-pack that will later have the masked and unmasked Batman heads in one package, because, like I said, it looks too cartoony for me to get it. Size comparison wise, this is the old Toy Biz Kenner crossover figure before they got the Keaton likenesses down. This was from the original Batman movie, so you can kind of see he is taller. So you can kind of get back to, if you were a kid back in the day like I was, you got the Kenner Batmans. You're real nice. And his accessories were at least a little bit more. You had a batarang and the grappling hook, and also the gimmick in the belt, which attached to those two pieces. Here he is against the Movie Masters Christopher Nolan Batman from Batman Begins. So Batman is shorter against him as well. Comparing him against an old 1979 Boba Fett, he is taller in this case, so he's going to fit in your 3 1/4, 3.75 inch, 4 inch figure line for displaying, which is real nice. I mean, for $9 or $10, it's a bargain compared to what Sideshow Collectibles Batman is on eBay. You're going to be spending $200 or $300 for that figure, since it's no longer really produced, or even on the website, I think it's still about $200 figure. This is definitely in the mind for budget-wise collectors. Adult collector, it's touchy on that. I could see giving this to a kid might be a problem, because sometimes the joints get a little bit stiff in like the leg, like these upper right here. This one's a little bit stiff, this one's a little bit looser, but if you keep rotating, sometimes they get caught in there. There's little flashing pieces, and they twist it around too much, it snaps off, especially also in the wrist. You can only do it a certain way before the inner flashing gets caught, and you twist it too far and you got a busted Batman. Also, the cape might be an issue with some kids, because it will get caught, maybe rip, and you're gonna have a capeless Batman. If people customize, just let you know, head does come off fairly easy. You can see the cowling is just glued on, probably right here at the Bat logo, and maybe somewhere else. I think it's just the Bat logo, and maybe right here on the shoulder. So if you want to customize him later on down the road, or someone just sells the head, so you want to make your own head, easy come off. Bat ears are a little bit too wide, but then again, that is for safety purposes. You don't want like too sharp of a pointy ears. Eye paint on this one at least is somewhat decent. I had to go through a couple of these figures just to find a decent one. Painted lips at least, so it's not just plain flesh color. He does have some lip detail, which is really nice. So you do get what your money's worth out of this figure. Other than that, Batman is definitely worth picking up if you can find him. Accessory wise, so if you're just going to display something and you don't have a Keaton Batman anymore, or you want that nostalgia feeling, go get him. And as this line's going to go on, I can't wait to get to Christopher Reeve Superman. I'll definitely be doing him. I'm going to eventually get Penguin. Once Catwoman comes out, I'll get her, just to have all those characters. Superman, might get General Zod. You know, once Superman comes up, and if General Zod's still around, I'll definitely get him. But for right now, it's just going to be Batman. So this is definitely a definitive collectible piece. Like I said, hopefully they do the other 89 Batman figures, like Jack Nicholson's Joker, because I know he is really tight. Not uptight, but I mean just really conscious about what his likenesses get put on. So it'd be nice to see that Joker, because that's why it kept it from any 89 Batman figure that came out. Never had a Joker that was exact to Nicholson's proportion face-wise, because, well, they didn't have the technical scans, but also he didn't want that likeness used, and he only allowed Sideshow Collectibles a couple years ago to use his likeness for the bigger Jokers. So hopefully he'll allow his likeness to be used in these Batman figures as well, because that'd be just real nice to have Batman versus Joker. Because Nicholson is my kind of second best Joker, but and just preferences, I guess. So yeah, that is the DC Comic Batman. He is now available, so if you can find him, pick him up definitely. The other characters are worth to get as well, so I guess if you want to get one, get the others. I said, even if it's just Batman alone, just to have that cloth cape, that Keaton look. I mean, Keaton, no offense to Christopher Nolan, but Keaton had that dark look. The first 89 Batman, of course, is going to be my favorite. That's what I saw as a kid. Just that whole dark comic look that really set apart from the original TV show. So that's about it. So I hope you enjoy. I hope I didn't go too long on this video. So take care and bye bye.